Mike, Lelena, and Lelena from Reality Bites 2 got up the next morning and went to Pancakes by the Bay for breakfast and coffee. They got a table by the window. This is a nice restaurant. Pancakes by the Bay, I like the name. You're going to love the food. Here comes Penelope, the waitress. Hi, it's nice to see you people this morning. How can I help you? I've never eaten here before. What would you recommend? The pancakes are delicious. But you can only taste the transcendent deliciousness of the pancakes if you are in love. Love is a key ingredient that flavors the pancakes. The mere culinary pleasure that you derive from eating the pancakes is heightened by the feeling of walking along a path in life illuminated by profound love. I'm not in love. Does that mean that they're going to taste like ordinary pancakes to me? I'm in love with you, Lelena. Look into my eyes, feel my soul, feel the union of my soul with yours. We can transcend. We can walk along that path of immortal love into the gates of dawn in fields of never-seen beauty and abundance. Okay, I'm looking into your eyes. Now, taste the pancakes. They do taste better that way. They finished eating breakfast and walked out of the restaurant to what they thought was going to be a San Francisco morning and turned out to be a Houston morning. Wow. This is the apartment complex where the characters from Reality Bites lived. Have we been spliced from Reality Bites 2 into Reality Bites? It sure looks like it. Yeah, this is the building for Reality Bites. We have to go inside and see the place. Sure, they went inside the apartment building to discuss the situation. When they got to the building, they found a strange-looking man in the vestibule. His name was Hugh Henderson. Excuse me, people. Are you here to see Troy Dyer? Yeah, how did you know? You have that look about you. You have the mischievous look about you that is a defining characteristic of Troy's friends. We're not mischievous. Oh, I know you're up to something. We are most certainly not up to something. We're just here to visit our friend Troy. Then you can't. You can't visit Troy unless you are up to something. We can't visit Troy unless we're up to something. We're not up to something. If we were up to something, we would tell you. Why would you tell me if you were up to something? That would give it away. If you were up to something, I'm sure you wouldn't tell me because then I could snitch on you. Maybe we would tell you if we were up to something, if we wanted you to join us as an accomplice. But I assure you, we are most certainly not up to something. That being said, why are we not permitted to enter the building and visit Troy unless we were up to something? Because he's up to something. Unless you are up to this, unless you are in on the something that he is up to, you are not in cahoots with him and shall not be permitted to enter the building. Okay, we were just kidding. We are up to something. What are you up to? We're not supposed to tell you. It's between us and Troy. That's the right answer. Do you know what we're up to? No, just know that you're up to something. That's part of the screening process that a person has to go through to be admitted to the building. You have to prove to me that you were up to something and that you were in cahoots with Troy. I can tell that you were up to something by the look in your eyes. Now for the other part of the screening process. Do you remember when Troy said that there was an IQ prerequisite in order to talk to him? Yeah, there really is. You have to score in the genius range of IQs in order to talk to him. You have to have a genius level IQ just to talk to this asshole. He won't even talk to people with average IQs? No, he won't. Why won't he? Because those are his rules. Those are his rules. Who has rules? He does. He has rules, and those are his rules. Well, Lane and I are both smart, but I don't see why we should have to prove it. Those are his rules. You have to prove it. How do we prove it? I have an appointment set up for you and Lilana to be tested at a testing center in Austin, Texas. How's Saturday morning? Okay, I think it's ridiculous, but we'll go. Bring me back proof of your genius level IQs and you shall be admitted to the building. Okay. Lilana, would you like to practice more William Shakespeare dialogue tonight? Sure. Michael and Elena found a park in Texas that beautiful night where they could practice some more dialogue. Mike and Elena thoroughly enjoyed their performances of William Shakespeare dialogue. Mike looks into Elena's eyes, and then up at the full moon on a June evening, whose warm breeze blanketed their bodies and enlivened their souls. The evenings are nice here in Houston. Aren't they? They are, but I miss so much about San Francisco. I miss the Golden Gate Bridge and pancakes by the bay. Quite frankly, so do I. I miss the delicious pancakes by the bay, along with the coffee. I miss the murder mystery we were trying to solve there. So do I. What do you really think? Do you think Penelope did it? Lelena? Believe it or not, I think it's possible. I find it to be quite exhilarating trying to solve it. When I really think about it, I also think it's possible, but then I think, is that polite and charming waitress capable of murder? I agree. She doesn't seem to be. I really want to get spliced back into Reality Bites too. Based in San Francisco. So we can try to solve the murder case and enjoy pancakes by the bay again. So do I. I just thought of something. Do you think it's possible that Penelope spliced us from Reality Bites 2 in San Francisco to Reality Bites in Houston because she knows we suspect that she is the murderer? Could she really do that? I hope not. I really want to get back into Reality Bites 2 in San Francisco. So do I. Houston's a nice place, but I've got to get back to San Francisco. There's no place like San Francisco. Look, did you see that? See what? Look over there. By the tree over there? I think I saw something. For a fleeting moment, I thought I saw a glimpse of Pancakes by the Bay through a transom. I thought I saw Ethan Hawke on stage performing a theatrical version of Reality Bites there with some actress. I wonder if there is some new splicing taking place. Maybe. You want to practice more William Shakespeare dialect? Sure. They practiced some more William Shakespeare dialect. Michael and Elena got up the next morning and decided to go out for breakfast. Do you want to go out for breakfast? Sure. We'll have to find a good place. If we look around Houston, I'm sure there must be something similar to Pancakes by the Bay. Let's go. Michael and Elena walked around Houston and, to their bewilderment, saw what appeared to be Pancakes by the Bay. Is that Pancakes by the Bay? It sure looks like it to me. What's it doing here in Houston, Texas? Let's go in and find out. Michael and Elena walked into the restaurant to find that it certainly did appear to be Pancakes by the Bay. They also saw Ethan Hawke on stage performing a scene from Reality Bites with some actress. It's a scene where Troy and Elena are walking around Houston smoking and drinking coffee. Here's an excerpt from it. You see, Elena, all we need is good conversation, coffee, and cigarettes. You got it. All of a sudden, Mike interrupts them. Have you ever had the coffee here at Pancakes by the Bay? Excuse me. You are interrupting our play. Oh, I'm sorry, thespians. Keep acting. Now that you've interrupted us, I'd like to know what was so important. I'd really like you to try the coffee here. The coffee? I would assume this is just your typical flavorless diner coffee. This coffee? Oh no. This coffee is exceptional. Exceptional? Let me try it. Penelope, would you bring Troy some coffee? Coming right up. Penelope comes out with a cup of coffee for Troy. Here you go. Troy takes a sip of the coffee. You know what? This is good. This is no ordinary coffee. I feel as though I'm on some elevated plane of existence whereupon I reach a plateau of love so profound it guides me through the gates of dawn into a field of ever-expanding beauty. It immerses me into a state of pleasure so acute it can only be felt on a spiritual plane of existence when I drink this coffee. Troy looks at Sheila, the girl who portrays Lelena in the play, and tells her he loves her. Sheila, what is it, Troy? I love you. What? Are you kidding me? I'm not in love with you. You're not? No. What gave you that idea? We're not in love. Oh, yes, we are. We are? That's news to me. Sheila, we're in love. What the fuck are you saying to me? Where did you come up with such a bizarre notion? We're not in love. Try some of the coffee, Sheila, and then tell me that we are not in love. Sheila gets a cup of coffee from Penelope. She takes a sip of it. You're right. We are in love. I noticed that when you look outside, you see San Francisco. That's right. From inside here, we are in Reality Bites 2 in San Francisco. When you go outside, you are back in Reality Bites in Houston, Texas. I wonder how that is. We've been trying to figure that out. Some unknown force seems to be splicing the two movies together in unusual ways. Look out the window. It's that same woman in the Corvette. She gave a package to another woman who is now driving off with it. Yeah, that's been going on for a while. I'd really like to go to my condominium and bring some more William Shakespeare dialogue with Winona. Do you know how I can get there? Let me let you in on something. If you drive with the Corvette woman at an accelerated speed, you are spliced back into Reality Bites 2. Wait till she comes back, and you can try to go for a ride with her. Does she take anybody? I think she'll take you people. That's excellent. Yeah, they had a wonderful afternoon. They went back to the restaurant the next morning and got to their usual booth by the window. Penelope took their order. How can I help you? I'll have the pancakes by the bay and mountain morning coffee. What's it going to be for you, Lelena? I'll have the Bayshire crabs and mountain morning coffee. Coming right up. Michael and Elena are talking when all of a sudden they look out the window and see the Corvette woman park her car and climb out. There she is. Let's go to talk to her. They run to the restaurant and talk to the Corvette woman. Excuse me, ma'am. We were told by Penelope, the waitress, that you could splice us back in Reality Bites 2 in San Francisco by driving us at an accelerated speed in your Corvette. Sure, friendly people. Climb aboard. By the way, what's your name? Lightspeed Mindy. Your name is Lightspeed Mindy? How did your parents come up with that name? When I was born, they were informed of my ability to drive faster than the speed of light to warp time and space, and also my ability to splice together scenes in movies in the archetypal realm where movies take place by driving faster than the speed of light. How are you able to drive faster than the speed of light? The speed of my thought processes are faster than the speed of light. I know how to place the speed of my thought processes into material objects. Oh, I see. What's in the package you keep passing back and forth to other people? The package? It shall remain a mystery. I want to know what's in the package. Maybe you'll know someday. All of a sudden, they arrived in San Francisco in front of Mike's condominium after going faster than the speed of light. Here we are. Bye. Bye. It was nice to meet you. Mike and Elena went back into Mike's condominium to raise some William Shakespeare dialogue. Let's see. Uh, Mike and Lilena got up early the next morning and went to Pancakes by the Bay for breakfast. They got their usual booth by the window. Penelope took their order. Good morning, Mike and Lilena. It's so nice to see you. Oh, hi, Penelope. Yeah, it's nice to be back in the realm where Reality Bites 2 takes place. I miss San Francisco so much. How can I help you? Give me the Bayside griddle cakes and a cup of Mod Morning coffee. And for you, Mike? Give me the Paradise pancakes and a cup of Mod Morning coffee. Coming right up. It's so nice to look out the window here and Pancakes by the Bay and observe the happy San Francisco people. Sure as I miss that. It's fun to observe these people. We have to start writing our script based on these people. Yeah, that's going to be interesting. I thought what we could do is write the script and put on a performance right here in the restaurant. The performance will be untitled, so as to give them no indication as to what it's about. After the performance, we tell the people that is based on their interactions. That'd be wonderful. Do you want to take a walk around town? It's beautiful out. Sure. Let's go. Let's have some fun. Michael and Elena went for a walk around San Francisco and had a wonderful morning. Mike and Elena got up the next morning and put the pancakes by the day for breakfast again. Penelope took the order. How can I help you people? Give me the Bayside crepes and a cup of Mountain Morning coffee. And for you, Luana? Give me the Bayside pancakes and a cup of Mountain Morning coffee. Coming right up. We have to start writing our script based on observations of passersby. I know. Do you have any ideas yet? I think the Corvette woman should be in the script. Yeah. There's some intriguing behaviors to be observed relating to her, including the package she passes back and forth to other people. I happened to catch a glimpse of something else very intriguing. What else? I saw a peculiar sight. If you look at her rearview mirror, you see some kind of supernatural being from the netherworld. This being cannot be seen outside of the mirror where it appears to be reflected by the mirror, but can be seen in the mirror. The Corvette woman also gives this being packages. Wow, that is intriguing. Do you want to go back to my condominium to practice more William Shakespeare? Like, sure. Michael and Elena went back to Mike's to practice more William Shakespeare. Michael and Elena got up the next morning and went to Pancakes by the Bay for breakfast and coffee. They got their usual booth by the window. Penelope took their order. How can I help you? Give me the pancakes, give me the Bayside pancakes and a cup of modern morning coffee. And for you, Elena, give me the Bayside crepes and a cup of modern morning coffee. Coming right up. Look out the window. I wonder what's going on out there. They look out the window to see the Corvette woman staring intensely at the supernatural being in her rearview mirror. The supernatural being stares back at Penelope with a hideous glow of malevolence in her eyes and wanders off into another realm. Penelope then gets out of the car and walks up to another woman on the sidewalk and hands her a package. The woman then physically passes through a mirror on the sidewalk where she intermingles with the people and objects that are reflected by the mirror. She has become a part of that mirror's reflections. It's fascinating. That woman is in the mirror among the reflections of the mirror. I wonder why she's in there. Images and people reflected by a mirror can trail off and form a quasi-reality, wherein the reality that they are reflecting can coalesce with the reflection. People can actually physically enter into their own reflected realities wherein they can form new realities on new planes of existence. I wonder why that woman went in there with a package. Maybe to escape the reality where people are after the package. Yeah, maybe. Do you want to go back to your condominium place where William Shakespeare? Like, sure. Michael and I went back to Mike's condominium. After finishing performing their William Shakespeare dialogue, Michael and Elena sat on the Mike's couch and they have a beer and talk. Just being with you is an exquisite pleasure. It's what I look forward to most every day. I agree. Just looking into your eyes and feeling the essence of your soul takes me to places of perfection. When I look into your eyes, I know I was meant for you and you were meant for me. I feel the same way. All of a sudden, Mike and Elena are somehow transported to the sidewalk in front of Pancakes by the Bay where the Corvette woman entered a mirror. They're standing in front of the mirror, observing not only themselves reflected by the mirror, but themselves only an hour in the past in Mike's condominium, sitting on Mike's couch. What? What happened? We seem to have been teleported from your condominium to here in front of Pancakes by the Bay. That's us on that's us an hour ago on my couch in my living room. We're observing ourselves an hour in the past in a mirror in front of Pancakes of the Bay, where we have been inexplicably teleported. All of a sudden, they see the Corvette woman with a package. Hi, I teleported you. Wow. Do you want to stay an hour in the future or go back an hour into the past? What do you want to lay, Lane? Let's go back into the past. You must take this package of yourself in the mirror. Sure. Bye. We'll see you. Michael and Lena take the package of themselves in the mirror. They took the package and were transported an hour into the future. Would you like to pray some more William Shakespeare? Sure. Michael and Lena pray some more William Shakespeare. Elena sleeps overnight at Mike's condominium. When they wake up in the morning, Mike goes looking for the package, which he seems to have misplaced. Elena, have you seen the package this morning? No, I haven't. I really thought I set it on the table. In the living room. All of a sudden, he looks in the large mirror on the wall in the living room and sees not his reflection in the present moment, but a reflection an hour into the future. Is this what you were looking for? Yes, it is. Would you give me that? Would you give that back to me? No. What's in it? An object that no one on Earth has ever seen that can transform the future. Bye. With that, he vanished. Mike and Lelena talked into the evening. They performed some more William Shakespeare dialogue. Here's the excerpt from it. Now we're going to get my William Shakespeare dialogue book out. Romeo and Juliet. Act 2, Scene 2, Capulet Orchard. He just the scars that never felt a wound under Juliet above the window. But soft. What light through yonder window breaks? It is the east. And Juliet is the sun. Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon who's already sick and pale with grief, that thou her maid art more fair than she? Be not her maid, since she is envious. Her vestal livery is but sick and green, and none but fools do wear it. Cast it off. It is my lady, oh, it is my love. Oh, that she knew she were. She speaks that she says nothing. What of that? Her eye discourses. I will answer it. To the fair stars in all the heaven, having some business to entreat her eyes till they twinkle their spheres till they return. What if her eyes were there, they in her head? The brightness of her cheek would shame those stars as daylight doth a lamp. With her the airy region streamed so bright that birds would sing and think it were not night. See how she leans her cheek upon her hand? Oh, that it were a glove upon that hand, that it might touch that cheek. I mean, she speaks, so speak again, bright angel, for thou art as glorious to this night, being over my head as a winged messenger of heaven, under the wet upturned wondering eyes of mortals that fall back to gaze at him, when he bestrides lazy pacing clouds, and sails upon the bosom of the air. Lady, by yonder blessed moon, I vow, that tips with silver all those fruit tree tops. Oh, swear not by the moon, the inconstant moon, that monthly changes in her circled orb, lest that thy love prove likewise variable. What shall I swear by? Do not swear at all, or if thou wilt, swear by thy gracious self, which is the God of my idolatry, and I'll believe thee. If my heart's dear love, well, do not swear, although I join in thee, I have no joy in this contract tonight. It is too rash, too unadvised, too sudden, too like the lightning, which doth cease to be. Here one could say, light and sweet good night. This bud of love, by summer's ripening breath may prove a beauteous flower when next we meet. Good night, sweet repose and rest. Oh, wilt thou leave me so unsatisfied? What satisfaction canst thou have tonight? The exchange of thy love's faithful vow for mine. I gave thee mine, and I were to give again. Wouldst thou withdraw? For what purpose? Love? But to be frank and give thee again, and yet I wish for the thing I have. My bounty is as boundless as the sea, my love is deep. The more I give to thee, the more I have, for both are infinite. I hear some noise within, dear love adieu. Anon, good nurse, sweet man, take me true, say but a little. Oh, blessed night. I'm afeard. Being a knight, all this is but a dream, too flattering sweet to be substantial. So thrive, my soul. 1,000 times good night. 1,000 times the worst to want that light. Love goes towards love as schoolgirls from their books, but love from love towards school with heavy looks. Hiss, Romeo, hiss. Over Faulkner's voice, allure this tassel gentle back again. Bondage is hoarse and may not speak aloud, else would I tear the cave where I go lies, and make her airy tongue more hoarse than mine. With repetition, it is my soul that calls upon the name. How silver sweet sound tongue lovers by night, like softest music to attending airs. Romeo, my dear, at 1 o'clock tomorrow shall I send to thee? By the hour of 9. I will not fail. 'Tis 20 years till then. I have forgot why I did call thee back. Let me stand here till thou remember it. I shall forget to have thee still stand there, remembering how I love that company, and I'll still stay to have thee still forgetting any other home but this. 'Tis almost morning. I would have thee gone, and yet no farther than a wanton's bird that lets it hop from her little hand, like a poor prisoner in his twisted gyves, and with a silk thread plucks it back again, so loving jealous of his liberty. I would have with a bird. So sweet, so would I. Yet I should kill thee with much cherishing. Good night, good night. Parting such sweet sorrow, that I shall say good night till it be morrow. Sleep dwell upon thine eyes, peace in thy breast. Would I were sleep and peace, so sweet to rest. Hence I will to my ghostly father's cell, his help to crave, my dear hap to tell. Um, Give me that knack of the wrenching iron. Oh, take this letter early in the morning. See thou deliver to my Lord and Father. Give me the light, upon thy life I charge thee. Whatever thou hearest or seest, stand all aloof. And do not interrupt me in my course of why I descend into this bed of death, is partly to behold my lady's face, but chiefly to take thee thence from her dead finger a precious ring. A ring that I must use in dear employment. Therefore, hence be gone. What if thou jealous dost return to pry, and what I farther shall intend to do? I will tear thee joint by joint, and strew this hungry churchyard with thy limbs. My time and my intents are savage wild, more fierce and more inexorable than empty tigers or the roaring sea. I'll be gone, sir, and not trouble thee. So shalt thou show me friendship. Take thou that, live and be prosperous, and farewell, good fellow. Let's go into the play now. Let's see. This letter doth make good the friar's words, their course of love, the tidings of her death, and here he writes that he did buy a poison of a poor apothecary. I don't even know what that word means, but I'll have to look it up. Apothecary, whatever. Okay. And therewithal came to this well to die and lie with Juliet. Where be these enemies? Capulet, Montague, see what a scourge is laid upon your hate? That heaven finds means to kill your joys with love. And I, for winking your discourse too, have lost a brace of kinsmen, all are punished. Oh, brother Montague, give me thy hand. This is my daughter's jointure, for no more can I demand. But I can give thee more, for I will raise her statue in pure gold, that whiles Verona by that name is known, there shall no figure at such rate be set as that of true and faithful Juliet. As rich shall Romeo by his lady's life pour sacrifices of our enmity. A gloaming peace this morning with it brings, the sun for sorrow will not show his head. Go hence, I have more talk of these sad things. Some shall be pardoned, and some punished. For never was a story of more woe than this of Juliet and her Romeo.